Hundreds of years ago, the kings and emperors of Europe used to keep midgets and giants around for their amusement. Say, for example, the Tsar of Russia got wind that there was an extraordinarily tall person living in Nizhny Novgorod. He would send for that person. That means one of his men would go have a conversation with his family that went something like this. So, as you may have heard, Peter is fascinated by very tall and very short people. And seeing as how your son is 7'3", that clearly qualifies him. So, he's coming with me, and he's going to spend the rest of his life doing tricks for the Tsar. This is not a joke, by the way. It is a true story that just happens to be really funny. I suppose it wasn't funny for the people who never saw their families again, but for the purpose of this discussion, it is very funny. Also, considering how rough life was for the peasants back then, doing tricks in the Tsar's court was a pretty sweet gig. Just think of all the crazy antics those guys were getting up to. They would have the giants carry the midgets around over their heads. He would make the midgets dress up in funny clothes and arm wrestle each other. The possibilities are endless. Honestly, I don't think I would find it that amusing to watch midgets and giants running around playing with each other. But it amuses me endlessly that the royalty found it so amusing. Imagine the king sitting there in all his regalia, clapping his hands with joy while all the freaks run around just for his amusement. Imagine being so sure of your authority as a monarch that you would pluck people out of their homes because you find their physical anomalies so amusing. I guess that's the kind of stuff that happens when you spend your whole life not only being told that you are special, but you were chosen by God to rule over an entire country, and that you literally own every person in your realm. It's a shame that we don't have kings like that anymore. I wonder what kind of stuff they would get up to today. One can only imagine. Please leave a comment below if you are a midget or a giant. I would love to watch you run around and play with each other.